Alright. Dropping baby boy off at the dorm. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright.
Miss you so. Miss you too. You've been with me your whole life. You're gone now. Miss you too, man. You're going out into the world. Y'all love you. Hold your head, son. I hope you make good decisions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Make good decisions.
I hope you really try hard to make good decisions.
Your phone call away, yo. I mean,
that you don't harden your heart and not cry out to the Lord if you need Him. And you know we always here for you. We love you. Make us proud.
Sure. I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me here at Dad Is Not a Noun, man. It's truly a privilege and an honor to talk to a extraordinary father like yourself, man.
Oh, man, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
I know, man. It's just crazy. Before we get into it, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Oh, man, my name is Ken. You know, got 2 kids. You know, I've been raising my daughter. She's not my biological daughter, but I've been raising her since she's 2. She's 23 now. And then I had my son. You know, I'm divorced. I've been divorced probably since, 2006. But, you know, we still co-parented. Never really had any major drama with that. I'm a network engineer, you know, gainfully employed. And just happy to be free of kids, I guess, you know. Mission accomplished, you know.
I hear you. Quick question, but how did you able to manage with your ex at keeping the relationship cool, you know, with the kids? Because a lot of people are totally different from like how you guys set it up.
Well, I mean, you know, like, even though, you know, we were divorced, like, you know, for a long time, you know, they lived with me. I was, you know, their primary, you know, physical guardian and whatnot. So, you know, they lived with me for a long time, you know, and, you know, their mom was around too. I mean, even she lived with me for a time after we were divorced or whatever. But when she was away, the kids, you know, they always stayed with me. So, you know, we always had, you know, I always had a good relationship with my kids and never any drama or anything like that.
And then also, how is that feeling of, you know, taking care of a child that's not yours? Because some people kind of have mixed feelings, but you took on that responsibility. So tell me a little bit about that.
Well, you know, it was never really a big deal. I mean, like, you know, when I first met her at 2 years old, you know, I fell in love with her instantly, you know. So, you know, I knew that if I was going to be with her mom, that, you know, it was pretty much a package deal. You know, she was not a bad kid, you know. So, you know, I ended up bonding with her, even after her mother and my divorce, you know, I still, you know, was there for her. You know, I didn't abandon her, turn my back on her just because, you know, and, you know, I always treated her the same as I treated my own biological son. So there's never really a difference there. You know, I think she's thankful, you know, and grateful for it now. I mean, but, yeah, I mean, it wasn't a bad thing, so I never had any friction with her. Like, you know, it was never like you know, my dad or anything like that. You know, we always had a great relationship.
That's awesome, man. And you know, right now, 2020 is the year of the Black Dag. Black Dags are going viral everywhere, man, left and right. And, you know, I came across your emotional video on Twitter with your son dropping them off on college. Can you talk about that emotional day a little bit? That emotional.
Well, I mean, I had already, you know, I knew I was probably going to break down. You know what I mean? Like, you know, at first, you know, with 2020, first of all, these kids got robbed of prom. They got robbed of graduation, you know. So, you know, I didn't get a chance to cry on all those other occasions. You know, like, right. I was like, I'm going to probably cry when I see him off the prom. I'm going to cry, you know, for sure. I'm going to cry at graduation. I'm going to cry when I drop him to school. You know, so, I mean, we kind of got robbed of all of those milestones this year, you know, because of the whole COVID thing. You know, so when he finally decided that he would go to school, because I wasn't sure if he was going to go to school or not.
Right.
When he finally decided that he would go to school, you know, I was like, man, I know I'm gonna cry when I drop him off. I'm gonna try to keep it together. So I mean, like, even in the weeks leading up to it, you know what I mean? I sometimes just break down, like, man, my boy about to be gone, yo. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, so when that day finally came, it was like a bunch of emotions all
Right.
rolled up into one. And then, like, you know, I wasn't really trying to go. I was trying to find excuses to linger around. Or
Yes.
just like, yo, you sure we need to, you know, yo, let's go get something to eat. And
Right.
he's looking like, you know what I mean? And it was that at that point when he's like, yeah, I'm good, y'all can go now. I was like, yeah, I'm about to lose it.
Wow.
And then that's when like I lost it, you know, but I was not ashamed of it, you know what I'm saying? That's my boy, and I love him. You know, I raised him his whole life. I've been there for every first day of school, through
Wow.
kindergarten, through fifth grade. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just a little hard to let go. That's all.
Right. And I hear you, man. It's like you know, as black men, we have that pride and that emotion, and sometimes that pride trumps over. So when did that
Hmm.
moment when you like that the emotion just crushed that pride? When did that minute happen? Like when, you know, you took the bags out and you guys were outside when he
Oh
said
no, when
goodbye.
it was yeah, when it was time to go. I mean, that was fine when we got there. You know, I was excited. I was like,
Right.
"Oh, you got kids in the room right next door to you." Know? I was like, "Yo, over some honeys across the door." You know, I was excited for him. You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Yo, you seen that one right there? Yo, she looking at you. Yo, she watching you." You know what I'm saying? You know, I was trying to live. You know, I was living vicariously through him. You know,
Right.
because I never been to college, so I didn't have that
Wow.
whole dormitory experience. You know what I mean? So, you know, I wanted him to have. You know, I was not like really a big fan of college and whatnot.
Right.
'Cause it's a lot you can do out there now without going to college, right? And
Right.
still make a good living. But you know, I still at the same time I did something I never experienced, and I wanted him to be able to experience it too. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but it really hit like when I was dropping him off, like he ain't coming home. You know what I'm saying? Might not hear from him for a week or two.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but it was pride. You know, I was proud. I was like, you know, a lot of kids did not make it to 18. A
Right.
lot of his friends didn't make
That's
it out
right.
of high school. His friends are
Right.
in jail. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I might rather be coming to visit your dorm than to visit you in jail. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yes.
even me, I got locked up at 16. You know what I'm saying? Which kind of altered my teenage years. You know? I still graduated high school. You know what I'm saying? But you know, at 16, you know, no kid needs to go through that. At 16, you know, I'm glad that, you know what I'm saying, I was able to guide him and steer him and impress upon him, like, look, this is the
Right.
life you want. You know, like every time a jail show would come on TV, like, no, we're going to sit down and watch this because you can see, you know what I'm saying, it's not all fun and games. They
Right.
talk about it, music and this and that, and the third jail, you know, it's real life and you don't want to experience, you know, especially now, you know, once he turns 17, 18, I was like, anything you do now, you're an adult. It's going on
Yeah.
your adult record. You're not going to juvenile hall. You're going to jail with the boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just kind of try to use a little bit of scare tactics and kind of
Right.
try to deter him. You know what I'm saying? For even being curious, like, you know, anything you want to know about jail, you can ask me about it, tell you
Right.
about it. You know what I mean?
And that goes back to your
So,
testimony.
thankfully, he managed to stay out of trouble. You know, so
Definitely, man. And it goes back to your testimony is that, you know, you've been through a lot to put him in a situation that he can excel. And that's what he's doing right now. So that goes back to you and what you're doing and what you've been doing. So that's a lot of love and respect to you, man. Can you hear me?
yeah, I hear you.
Okay. But yeah, like I said, that goes back to you as the father, man. You set the example, you set the bar for him. Even though you had your past transgressions, you still made a great life for yourself, but you also set up him to propel to excel in his life. So that goes right back to you. You know, it goes, you know, I know.
Hmm.
So, you know, again, that goes back to, like I said, that's showing you love and utmost respect for that, man, because a lot of people that's been in your position could do like a total 360 and go into that life and never change their life. And, you know, you did at an early age. And so that's props to you, man.
Yeah, and then I try to make sure I work hard, make sure I show them, you work hard, you get what you want in life. You don't have to, everything is not instant gratification. Anything that's worth having in this world, you got to work for it. You know what I mean? So, I just try to impress that upon him, but at the
Right.
same time, make sure that I work hard enough that you don't be tempted to go out here and sell drugs and stuff like that. Because, thankfully, whatever money you need or whatever sneakers you wanted, I was able to get it for you. You know what I mean?
Right.
As opposed to having to go out here and sell dope and rob and steal and break into folks' houses and potentially get yourself killed and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but then, then I read the newspaper every day. You see these kids 16 years old, oh, he got killed during the home invasion. Oh, 17 years old, he got 3 counts of murder. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's keep telling them, like, those kids are never coming home. You know what I'm saying? They threw away life before they even got a chance to start. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like the system don't keep out people. You know what I'm saying? So they will put you up under jail with the quickness.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I see something that's like a cautionary tale, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A few, I think like last year sometime, those kids got killed out in Conyers because they were trying to do a home invasion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We knew one of those kids. You know what I'm saying? I told him, I was like, look, man, it's a sad story. You know what I'm saying? But hey, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't have been at that man's house at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to break it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Fact.
So, I just try to give him a sense of cause and effect and actions and consequences and stuff like, and use some foresight and go with your first instinct.
Yeah.
You don't always got to run behind your friends all the time.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? Because I tell them, like, your friends don't always got your best interests at home either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, I had to learn that the hard way. You know what I'm saying? So.
And you set the example too. So on a bright note, everyone's out the house. Have you had that? I finally have the house to myself party yet?
Yeah, no, I ain't really had that party yet. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't really had that party yet. But soon come though. You know what I mean? I'm just still getting used to being gone and stuff. So.
But also, what advice do you have to any fathers out there? Especially with COVID and sending your kid off to college, what advice do you have for any dad or any parent?
Everybody feels a different way about COVID, man. Everybody has their own ideology. You know what I'm saying? Some people is with the mask, others is with not. Some believe it's a hoax or whatever, others is not. You know what I mean? Just go with your gut instinct, man. Like I felt safe sending my son off to school. I felt safe with the protocol and the precautions that they were taking down here enough for him to go to school. Like, you can't stay locked up in the house forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we've been out and about enough that I feel like if he was going to catch it or we were going to catch it, we would have caught it by now. Or we may have had it and just been asymptomatic. I don't know. I never got tested. I'm not going to waste up good tests if I'm not showing any symptoms. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just all about what makes you feel safe. And I know a lot of mothers. Yeah, a lot of guys are like really scared. Like these are thugs, scared to death. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just depends. Me, I've always been like a risk taker. You know what I mean? I take calculated risks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, I personally didn't have a problem. Hopefully the kids in school use good sense, but they're kids. So, I don't really expect too much from them. Hopefully everybody stays safe. They don't have a major outbreak and I don't have to be going to get it in 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
No,
so,
I hear you, brother.
Dads, man, you just gotta, you know what I'm saying? Hey, send them or don't. You know what I mean? A lot of these parents, they don't want to send the kids back to school. That's on them. You know what I mean? But a lot of them also are not prepared to deal with the extra stress levels of having their kids at home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just everybody's situation is going to be different. There's no, you know what I'm saying, cookie cutter. There's no cookie cutter opinion for this.
I totally agree with that, brother. Yeah, man. And this is the last final question. If your son is watching this right now, what do you want to say to him?
He's probably not watching. He's probably running around campus. He's viral. He's viral right now, so he's running around living out his 15 minutes of fame right now. You know what I'm saying? But so he knows how I feel, man. I love him to death, and that's my boy. You know what I'm saying? And I know, we don't have the conventional father-son relationship in that. Back in the day, we used to be together every day, all day, at the gym, shooting hoops. Of course, as you get older, your kids drift apart from you. But he knows I never stop loving him, never stop caring about him. You know what I mean? And I'm always there for him. Anytime, all you got to do is pick up the phone and call. You know what I'm saying? I got his back 100%. I'm his biggest fan. You know what I mean? So. But I'm trying to fall back. I'm not like a helicopter parent. You know what I mean? Like I try to And I tell you right from wrong, so you got common sense to make a decision and
Right.
go out. I might let you fall in your face a couple of times to learn, you know what I'm saying? And not come to your rescue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the way you'll learn. You know what I'm saying? I can't enable you to be dependent on me forever.
That's
You know,
right.
especially as a man, you got to be a provider. You got to have that provider mindset. You know what I'm saying? And be mentally prepared to provide for a family. You know what I'm saying? Provide for a household, provide a decent lifestyle for your children. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So,
Yep. That's right, brother. And again, I thank you for taking the time to talk to me. Also, I want to just again give you the utmost love and respect for what you're doing for your kids, and just showing an example of what a black father, just a father, is supposed to do at the end of the day, man. So, thank you again, brother.
all right, man, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
All right, brother. Take it easy, man.